believe we're in the final weeks of summer. It's been a beautiful summer, but the sun may have taken a toll on your hair. And here to whip that hair into shape, Rod Sickler with Rod Sickler Salon and Spa. Rod, always nice to have you.
Matt, thanks for having us today.
And you are performing miracles on Kelsey here.
Yes, you know, this is Kelsey, this is Alexis. They both work with me at the salon. They're stylists at Rod Sickler Salon and Spa. You can check that out at rodsickler.com. And I want to talk a little bit about the pool season because there's still a few weeks left, I think, of hot weather. We hope so. There's been a lot of rain, but we hope so. First off, rule number one for swimmers, for people with have a lot of color in their hair, women with long hair, even guys, never jump in the pool with dry hair. This is why. Really? If you want to wet your hair first, and we recommend taking a leave-in conditioner. This is the Healthy Sexy Hair Soy Tri-Wheat Leave-In Conditioner, Hair Conditioning. What happens if you jump in with dry hair, your hair works like a sponge, and it sucks in the chlorine and actually the copper sulfate that's in the pool. So if you wet your hair first and then spray it with this, not only does it have some sunscreen in it, but also then it will help close that cuticle down so it seals it before you jump in. So it will make your hair less porous and less susceptible to get that green chlorine look to the hair.
And it doesn't wash out.
No, well, it will over time, but the thing is, once you're in and it's already wet, the porosity equalizes. So the hair porosity is the ability to attract water. Okay. So if you already have your hair wet and sealed, then that's really going to help that.
Makes a lot of sense. And there's a lot of sources for damage. You mentioned the chlorine is one, but the sun probably takes a toll too.
Those are oxidizers. Think about this now. We use oxidizers like peroxide in the hair salon, you know, in order to allow color to go into the hair. Well, sun is an oxidizer as well as chlorine is an oxidizer. So you're actually getting the sun coupled with the chlorine. It helps swell open the cuticle of the hair, opens it up, and that's what causes it. And a lot of times people feel that kind of slick feeling to the hair. And I call it like a slick, snotty feel to the hair. It's, you know, not a great word, but that's what it is.
And it's green, Rod.
And it's green. But that green that you see is actually copper sulfate. Copper sulfate is added to swimming pools as an algicide. So what happens, you get the actual opening up of the cuticle from the sun, the chlorine, and the copper sulfate, and then that's why you get that kind of green. It's actually a mineral that goes into the hair. And what we're working with right now, highly recommend, please, please, please bring your kids in, adults, if you've been swimming, so many kids, they've been in the pool, bring them in and let it, it's easy, it's $25. You come in and we take care of it. This product, seriously, it's all natural. I mean, you know, it's an all-natural product. You could eat it. It's great.
Or not. I checked the...
And that's the great thing about it is this is not, you're dealing with harsh chemicals, and the best thing for it is the Malibu 2000 Crystal Gel Treatment. So we go in, we work it through, and you can see we actually go through. And because the heat from the hands, we start it just like so. We actually work this in, then we put a plastic cap over it. And then underneath, we brought our dryer here to start the processing. And then we'll put it under anywhere from 5 to sometimes 15 minutes. This also works great for people that live in the country that have iron into the hair, you know, so it helps.
In the shower water and that sort of thing?
Shower water. Before all color correction, you know, we're a salon that we do a lot of color corrections. I couldn't imagine doing a color correction without cleaning the palette out first. You know, so many hair salons think they try to do this, clean it out first, see what's in it. That's what we do, and we do it in an all-natural way. Cannot damage the hair. It just makes it healthy.
That's pretty neat.
And then, you know, also the great thing about people like a lot of college kids are going back, come in and get some, like what we call peekaboo highlights underneath. So something that you can go in, get your hair treated, get it back in great condition, and then let us give you a great haircut, some nice highlights that will grow out that don't require maintenance. And that's what really important this time of year. You know, people don't want to maintain their hair. People are tied to low light.
Summer's over. I have to go back to school. The kids are busy with the kids.
Let's give you something to get you healthy with beautiful color that's low maintenance.
So is there a difference then between color-treated hair and perhaps more of a natural brown in the way that you address the damages of summer?
Certainly. With color-treated hair, the more you do to it, the more porous it is, and the more susceptible it is to damage, to the chlorine, to the sun, to all of that. So the more you do the hair, obviously, the more happens, the more damage there
You
can
want
be
to
to
keep
the
that
hair.
in mind, yeah. So,
Yeah.
all right, so Kelsey, again, what is the treatment that she's having done?
It's called a Malibu 2000 Crystal Gel Treatment. It's great for chlorine. It's also great for iron. It's also great if you just live in the city. Just come in and get a treatment right now. $25. It will make your hair feel like it's truly never felt before.
Yeah, and you're protecting it for the rest of the summer when you're out there.
It makes the color last longer. Just makes everything work a lot better.
Yeah, all right. Well, we'll have to see how it turns out, Kelsey. Is it enjoyable?
It is enjoyable.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
nice and warm.
Nice and warm. All right. Well, she's going to hang out. We're going to check all this out. Rod, always nice to have you.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you very
Thanks
much.
for having me.
Yeah, definitely. And you can check out Rod's website, of course, at Rod Sickler. And what's the website? Multiple forms?
RodSickler.com.
As easy as pie.
We're also in Bloomington now, too.
That's true. New place open in Bloomington. Some of your favorite folks that are over there here also visiting there. So tell your friends. Check out all this information on CILiving.tv as well. Now let's